Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be making an admittedly pretty petty video, just kind of talking about a difference between thoughts and impressions and review on my channel specifically, because it is kind of confusing because thoughts and impressions are pretty similar, but on my channel, thoughts and thoughts on videos are basically just me spewing my opinion just based on what I've seen online. That is basically it. I mean, an example of this is last video, or I based my entire last video off of other people's reviews and what I've seen and kind of just condensing it into one video, giving off a very basic conclusion. Just basically saying, if you have a 560S, like I do, and you're happy with it, and you like the treble, and you're okay with the clamping force, I do think the clamping force is a little strong on these, but hey, it's whatever. If you're okay with them and you don't feel the need to upgrade, then don't upgrade to the 550. Like, yeah, it may be a little bit of an upgrade for a lot of people in terms of tuning because it has less treble, so it's not nearly as harsh and fatiguing, and it's a huge upgrade in terms of comfort, to be honest, because it has way less clamping force, which is really nice. But again, if you can deal with the clamping force and the sound and the harshness on the 560S, then you don't need the 550, especially because it's going to be around $300, which is double the price of these when they're on sale. And that was basically the point I was just trying to make last video. And that was, again, kind of just a hodgepodge opinion I made up myself just based off of other people's reviews. And again, I'm trying to just differentiate between thoughts and impressions, because impressions and reviews, I think when you're making those types of videos, it's basically a given. You need to have the product in the video. I've talked about this in the past. I think those videos, you need to have the product because you are giving your own subjective opinion on the sound, the comfort, the everything on a particular headphone. On my thoughts on video, I'm trying to kind of just give a sort of objective look at things. Just basically saying, hey, if you don't like treble and you don't like very fatiguing stuff, then the 550 is a good choice. If you're fine with treble and you're fine with the clamping force, then maybe the 560S is a little bit better for you and you want like a cheaper headphone. Like, again, that's what I'm basically just trying to say, because I think I could give my opinion out there on the internet without owning the product in hand all the time. Again, unless it's titled a review and a first impressions video, because that's what I have a problem with actually in a lot of other YouTubers, because they straight up call their videos reviews and impressions when they don't have the product in hand. But I notice when I see a lot of like first impressions videos and, actual reviews from big tech channels, they have the product. But again, there's still a good amount of reviewers that just for some reason haven't gotten the memo and don't have the product in hand. So again, that's why I'm making these thoughts on videos, to kind of differentiate between, my own subjective thoughts just based on what I've seen from other people's thoughts online, and my own opinion, not really influenced by a lot of other reviewers, just kind of my own subjective thoughts. That's basically what I wanted to say in this video. Again, it's kind of a petty video, but I just wanted to kind of clarify that. And I'm sorry for all the fucking hand movements and the shaking of the headphones. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just doing something in the video just to draw my attention. I don't know. But yeah, that is basically it, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.